All right. I have not made a video in a long time about one token, so that's what I'm gonna do. I just wanted to point out what one token is, because I think that it's just not being shouted from the rooftops enough, and that's my fault. I'm the founder of one token. I should be the one shouting it from the rooftops. One token is not just deflationary, it is hyper deflationary. And the reason I say that is because for any kind of token or anything that has any kind of value, for it to just be deflationary, all it needs to do is not increase in supply while inflation is happening. Because there's inflation happening with the dollar. And so for a token that does not increase in supply, if the supply is fixed, then it is automatically deflationary. Like Bitcoin is considered hyperdeflationary even, but it is at the very least deflationary because the supply is fixed. Now I know there's I know you can say that people are mining more Bitcoin, but the supply is fixed at 21 million. There will never be more than 21 million Bitcoin. Because of that, it is deflationary because the dollar is constantly inflating. If a token stays the same supply, it is deflationary. Now, on top of that, if you are burning the supply of that token, it becomes hyperdeflationary, which is exactly what one token does. It has a fixed 1 million supply. That is like the max supply. There's no mint function with one token. And that of that 1 million supply, we've already burned. Let me look it up. This is how much I prepare for my videos. I'm going to look up exactly the number. Sorry, my allergies. We have already burned 457,520 of those tokens. So that means the remaining circulating supply is 542,479 tokens. 542,479 tokens of that 1 million supply. And our market cap is only, it's right under 70,000. So I made the point on Twitter this morning that we could 1,000x and still only have a market cap of 70 million. That's crazy. So yes, how are we hyperdeflationary? Because first off, there's no mint function with our token. Our supply is fixed, and on top of that, there is a 1% tax on buys, sells, and transfers. That's why it's called one token, and that's why that tax will never go up. There is a 1% tax. That half of that tax goes to burning the supply, meaning that 0.5% of the tax builds up until the contract sees fit to do a buyback and burn. So it buys tokens because it's that tax has been transferred, has been changed over to BNB because we're paired with BNB. And after that BNB has built up to a certain amount that the contract deems sufficient, which is completely automated. I have no idea whenever it's going to happen. The contract uses that BNB to do a buyback of one tokens, and then those tokens that are bought are sent to the null wallet. And it's a lot of fun to see it happen. It usually happens once every $50,000 worth of volume. So it hasn't happened very much lately because our volume has been low. But in the bull run, when we see that volume start spiking again, it's going to be a lot of fun. We might see those burns happening multiple times a day, and each time there's a burn, it's between 500 and 1,000 tokens at a time. It's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun to see. So that's what half of the tax does. It's buying tokens. That means it's putting price appreciation pressure on the price because it's buying those tokens and then sending them to the null. So those tokens, in essence, are never ever sold. They're just bought and never sold. They're taken out of circulation, in essence. So they're not even part of the market cap anymore. The other half of the tax does what does it do? It adds to the liquidity. That's what it does. So that means that of that 0.5% of the 1% tax, half of it stays one tokens, and the other half gets converted to BNB. And same thing, whenever it's built up to whatever proportion the contract deems sufficient, it gets sent to our liquidity pair, to our LP, liquidity pool. I don't know, whatever. It's called the LP. So half of our 1% tax is building up our liquidity, and the other 0.5% is burning the supply down. Both of those things, though, are creating price appreciation, because when you're adding to the liquidity, that makes the price go up. And also when you are doing buybacks on the token, that makes the price go up. So everything about one token is hyper deflationary and creating price appreciation. It's just a perfect token. Right now, if you look on Dex Screener, there's a really cool function now on Dex Screener where you'll see like a little lock next to the liquidity, and it tells you what percent of the supply is locked forever. Right now, our supply is 39.63% locked, and the reason for that is every time one token does a burn, it sends from those burn tokens, it sends the LP tokens that were attached to those tokens to the null. So 39.63% of our LP tokens have been burned to the null, meaning that liquidity is locked forever, because those LP tokens are the receipt or whatever for putting stuff in the LP, and it's what you use to get your tokens back out of the LP, out of the liquidity pair that you created or that you added to. And if you don't have those tokens anymore, then that liquidity is locked. You can never retrieve it. So 39.63% of our liquidity is locked forever, and I have a feeling that come the bull run in about a year, we might see that liquidity becoming 70, 80, 90% locked when our volume picks up again. So, it's just a cool thing, just a little added security for anybody if they like that. I mean, I personally like liquidity being locked. So just wanted to talk about that. And also on top of that, we have passive income investments that are going to start paying in time. We have the Prisma 1 NFTs, which we have 31 of them for the treasury, plus 5% profit share from whatever the Prisma bot builds up, accumulates in profit for those NFTs. And that will start paying out in a little over 2 years, because right now they are still testing out the bot. They're calibrating it, making sure it works perfectly and then they'll put all of the funds that we built up, which is about 80,000, something like that, $85,000. We'll put that into the bot, and it will start trading it. And according to Moon God, who's part of the Prisma team, he says the bot should be doing between 7 and 12% profit monthly. We're going to be letting that compound, and after 2 years, we're going to do our first payout to NFT holders, which those NFTs are sold out. You can probably find one or two on OpenSea or Tofu NFT, but they're very expensive right now. I think the cheapest one is 30 BNB, which they sold for 1 BNB when they first sold. But our treasury has 31 of those NFTs, which so like I said, that's going to be some nice passive revenue for us starting in a little over 2 years, and then it'll be once yearly payouts. And then we've got some 1 token NFTs, which as well, when 2 tokens volume picks up, that'll be some passive revenue for us. We have 2% of Prisma's tokens whenever V2 comes out of Prisma. That'll be paying us passive income. We've got 2% of Prosperity Truth Coalition, which is paying us passive revenue each month in the form of XRP. We also have tax revenue from 2 and 3 token coming to our treasury, so that's helping us. And we're going to use all of those funds for just creating buy pressure and investing in passive revenue sources for our 3 tokens. We have 1, 2, and 3 token. These things are going to take some time, but right now, we're just building in the bull. 1 token is listed on CoinMarketCap, and I am working with the team to try and get it listed on CoinGecko as well. We had paid someone to do it, and they did it wrong. That's why it's not showing up in MetaMask. If the value doesn't show up in MetaMask, is because if you go on CoinGecko, you'll see a token called 1 token burn on there. That's what that son of a B did for us. We paid him like $1,600, and he put the wrong freaking name in there and never fixed it. So we're trying to get someone to change that for us, to fix it. And once we do, you'll be able to see the price in your MetaMask wallet as well, because right now you only see it in Trust Wallet. But it's just, these things just take time, they take money. So we're working on all this stuff, working on stuff in the background. Also with Prisma, they're gonna have the one token vault, which is gonna be really cool when Prisma V2 launches in January sometime. And the one token vault will be where you can stake your Prisma tokens. And with your staked Prisma tokens, you get paid in USDT. And if you have your tokens in the one token vault, what they will do is with that USDT, they will buy one tokens and deposit those directly into your wallet. So instead of receiving USDT, you'll receive one tokens as rewards. And so that'll put buy pressure on one token, and that'll be cool. We're also doing something similar with Prosperity Truth Coalition. I don't know when that's going to happen because they're working on a lot of things. I'm sorry, my nose is itching like crazy right now. I got like a cat hair or something right on the edge there, right on the edge, and I can't find it. It's like so small I can't. But anyways, so yeah, we've got some things working, with our partners, Prisma and Prosperity Truth Coalition. Both are just amazing partners. We're really excited about the things that are coming with them. And it's just, a matter of time. But you know what? The bull market is still a year away. So this is the time to be accumulating. This is the time to be building for projects, and for investors, this is the time to be accumulating because we're still super cheap. And like I said, we could 1000x and still be 70 million market cap. That's nothing in crypto. Anyways, yeah, so we're just gonna keep doing the right thing, and yeah, just wanted to put out a video because I have not done that in a long time. So thank you for watching.